Hello, Gregg for Online Tennis Instruction, and welcome to the third part of this forehand case study series. And just to review what we've covered already, we focused on the use of the non-hitting hand, and also on the weight distribution, or where your weight should be when you're hitting an open stance forehand. Now in tennis, you want to play a combination of stances, and that should depend on your court position and also the situation you find yourself in and what your intention is after that shot. Now, depending on what your intention is, when you're out wide here, your intention, you want to get height and depth so you can recover, and because in open stance you can recover very quickly towards the middle. Now if you get a short ball, you want to try to get more into a neutral stance. The reason is that if you hit it really well, your body is perfectly aligned to then run forward to the net if you find you're going to really hurt your opponent. If you play open stance on a short ball, what happens is your body faces that direction. So now it takes time to realign your body, and they say you lose about half the time going forward, and the net result is you end up getting a tough volley and most probably get past and then never come in. So first we're going to have Chris do some shadow swings and just creating his awareness of the difference between the neutral stance and the open stance, which you covered earlier. And the main difference is that now that front foot becomes the anchor, so the weight is then transferred to the front foot forward and up, and the back foot adjusts. Now one thing to be careful of, when you're stepping in, is to make sure you finish the swing before this foot comes around. Too often this is misunderstood, where players will swing and step through together, but you can see what that does to my hitting zone. Right? So you want to make sure that everything is really still through contact as you get to the completion of the swing. This is a momentum step. It comes through. It can help you to transition forward to the net, but also it can help you to then push yourself back. But it's really key that you don't allow this to happen too early and disrupt what happens to the ball. So now we're going to add the neutral stance. Okay. And this is really key. I think also, sometimes there's a confusion of getting stuck playing one stance. So, on a high ball, we definitely want to be more of an open stance, and that's where we'll add that transfer step. But on a lower ball, when you're stepping in, you want to be in more of a neutral stance, like this. And if it's, if you're hitting it around in your strike zone here, you want to get that front foot planted before you start to swing forward. A little bit we were noticing you were confusing it, where you were here waiting back behind the baseline, and then you were transferring through on that shot. So we want to make sure, we're going to work on the neutral stance, is that when you get there, this foot's planted. So as this racket swings down, drops down, your foot's planted. So now when you swing forward, the weight transfers to this leg. You have a nice stable base right here. And then we're just going to finish in this position. Pretty much what we were doing earlier. All right, so let's reinforce just a few of those. Okay. That's it. That's it. So in this next progression, we have Chris doing some rhythm steps. So he was getting caught like this on short balls and kind of waiting for them to come through, sometimes transferring. The problem is he was set too early, getting jammed, he couldn't adjust, and also he was too far back, giving his opponent time to recover. So with rhythm steps, you're able to move into the court, maintain your balance, but take valuable time away so your opponent can't recover as much, giving you a bigger target. Now if you look from the side, a rhythm step, you're going to step forward, replace the front foot with the back foot. So watch it again here. I'm going to step forward, front with the back. So those are the rhythm steps, but let's watch Chris doing that. Because what we noticed when reviewing the film, like you were setting up for the forehand, and the ball bounced, and you're waiting back behind the baseline, then the last second transferring. But what happened is, because you set up so early, the ball gets too close. So, if you get there and you don't have time, you're going to play off this leg. Yeah. But if you're waiting, then you want to step forward. If you have more time, then you take this rhythm step forward. Yeah. So now you're taking time away. And then the whole thing about feeling like the court's getting smaller, by taking time away, that court's going to remain bigger for you, so you won't feel rushed.
You got to recognize, though, the ball's landing short.
Yeah.
My problem is that, like, I'm stuck on the baseline, and even though I catch the balls on the rise, I catch them on the rise when they're here, but I don't necessarily scoot up into the court quick enough when and recognize that, okay, that's a ball up here. I need to
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It's just recognizing the shorter ball to get up there.
Yeah.
My problem is I'm seeing it come off the racket. Oh, forehand. Wait a minute, it's up there.
Yeah.
You know.
That's where you want to try to just try to read trajectory and height over the net.
Yeah.
That kind of gives you a head start. If it's flat off the racket and low over the net, it's probably going to land short.
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes people can hit the ball high over the net, but it's hit softly, so it lands short.
Right.
But generally, you want to look at the height. That's the first thing. So I'm going to give you a shorter ball. So the key is that you want to move forward, taking those rhythm steps and trying to play the ball sort of right here inside the court, right? Okay. Up. Okay. And then your natural release, this is good. Natural release would be, boom, here at the end. So try to use that right foot to bring you back. So in other words, this right foot will help you go to the left. Boom. Yep. Because here it's delayed, right? That's it. Let me get a little higher here. That's it. Up. Good. And one more. All right, once we had Chris practice that, then we started to put everything together. So we're combining the open stance and combining moving forward into playing in the neutral stance. So we're going to feed the ball out wide over here. He plays the open stance, goes high and deep cross court, recovers back, and then we're going to give him a short ball. He moves into the court with rhythm steps and then attacks down the line and then makes a recovery step back. So let's watch him do the drill. Yes, much better. Into it. That's it. Up. So make sure you balance over that right leg out wide. Stay balanced over it. Up, forward. Here you go, recover. Out wide again. There you go, better. Forward. Oh yeah, much better, much better. Okay, so this one over here.
So
yeah, so
still straightening this a little bit.
Yeah. It's gonna be hard to be thinking of this and the footwork. So you know, it was just something else we noticed.
I'm getting good shoulder turn, aren't I?
Yeah, you could turn a little bit more. Yeah, I see how your back should be a little straighter there.
Okay.
Okay. Now, so there you just a little bit off. You could try to be a little more like this, a little bit on the outside there. But much better with your left arm. I mean, when we look at the video from Saturday, your hand was over here.
Yeah.
And in front of you, so much better there. See, we want to make sure we're really lifting through this leg and staying balanced. See, there's that, you see that right release there?
Yeah.
Lateral hop. That's because you're trying to drive up, right? So that's okay. And then we can definitely take a crossover step back, but I'm not worried about that too much. Don't want to think about too many things at this point. A little bit of a crossover. And then here's the neutral stance. Definitely make sure you prepare early, all right? Arms a little bit more bent there. Does lengthen. This left hand is good. See that?
Yeah.
Great here. Look at that. Very good. Okay, a little bit you pull off the shot, but much better with the left arm. I mean, you can see the hand right here. I mean, it was here before. Yeah, it's just a bit of a mishit here.
I think I made it though.
Yeah.
It was still in.
And the key is that we want to try to get to this position before this foot releases. That's really key. I mean, or close to it. I mean, you'll see in Federer, he's about here before that foot starts to release. Because what happens if it happens too early, then we over-rotate. If we leave it behind, we sometimes lose force.
Yeah.
All right. So let's take the next one here. It's better shoulder turn.
I think my arm's pretty good there.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's on this side of your body. Could be, I mean, it could be a little more bent, but it's better. Aha, look at this.
That looks good.
Yeah, I see how he's straightening through there. It's more balanced.
Ooh, it depends on where the ball is too, and where I move. Like, did I get there? Did the ball bounce a little funny?
See, this is really key here. So you're catching there, but you see how the weight's still over this foot.
Yeah.
If we go back to Saturday, you know, you were at this point, the weight was
like
you on the left foot already, and then the swing's already cut across your body.
Amazing.
Yeah. And then here, a bit better with the arms. He's still bent there. This is great here. Great use of the legs here. Good spacing. You can even see your hand here right now. Whoops. Yeah. Boom, finish, and then the release happens. Much better. Okay. Good. Now we're going to take a look at a comparison of what Chris was doing in the point and what he did out here in practice. And you'll see he made a very nice improvement, but now he has to continue to work on these things to take it from a conscious level so that he can do this unconsciously when he goes out and competes. So that's going to help him improve so he can get to the next level. Starting with the neutral stance, you'll see how the correct use of the left arm combined with the understanding of the proper weight distribution enables Chris to keep his upper body nice and still through contact, which will ultimately lead to a more consistent and effective shot. Now looking at the open stance, you'll see his improved use of his left arm and also how he's improved his balance by keeping the weight over the outside leg where he's not falling off the shot.